Hello, welcome to Grace and Truth. I'm David Moore. Today we're going to be talking about something that is happening right here in this entire world around us, and it is based on a situation that happened in the book of Genesis, chapter 11. And what we're going to be talking about is the Tower of Babel. Now, in the Tower of Babel, all the earth had one language and one culture. And the first thing that they decided to do was all get together and build them a tower that's going to reach into the heavens. The first thing, when we all had one language, we all got together to do something that's going to be a praise to ourselves. It was something just to build our own selves up. It's to make us feel good about ourselves, very puffed up about it. And God saw that that was not the right thing. Once we had our own language and everybody understood what we were saying, the result of it was leading to no good. We would do something completely and totally selfish. So as a decree of God, God separated the language and made each culture, each person have a different language. And then he separated us, the entire mankind over the face of the earth. So that's where, when you have these different languages and these different peoples all over the face of the earth, almost all of them have different cultures also that go with their different languages, all because of the Tower of Babel. And if you look through all throughout history, and when Greek conquered, when Rome conquered, even when, the UK, they conquered also, British conquered, and they all made these other countries become their culture, so to speak, because only one culture will rule. Now, they seem to have forgotten that now, and you see the result of that in the UK right now, in France and in Europe, where they have allowed all of these Islamic refugees and illegal aliens and things like that to come into their country, and now they're trying to change their country into what their religion is, a Muslim religion, Islam. Sharia law, radical Islam. That's what they're trying to change their country into. The reason is because only one culture will rule. And that brings us back to what's going on in the United States of America. Because of the previous administration's open border policies, they brought all of these people who are not legal, they didn't do it legally, into our country, okay? And the whole purpose of that is basically to change the culture of the United States. They don't want to change their culture to adhere to what our culture is. They want to change the culture of the United States so it'd be more comfortable for them and more fitting for them. They tried that in Los Angeles, and they call that we're bilingual. But what they found out was that as they taught the children bilingual education, what happened was the Latino children, they decided they didn't want to learn English. It was more easier for them to just learn in Spanish, so they did not learn English. And because of that, when it was time for them to get into the workforce, they was overlooked for a lot of jobs because no one could understand what they're saying. Okay, so they had a faulty education here in the United States. And because of that, it ended up hurting the children. So they ended up, from what I understood, hopefully they changed that situation with that bilingual. Because only one culture will rule. And if you come in here into the United States of America, and if you do it on a work visa, that's different. If you go on a work visa and you're here temporarily, then you can go back to your own home country and just live in your own culture. But if you're going to come to the United States, you're going to have to adhere to the culture of the United States. You're going to have to learn English, okay? Because that's just the way the Tower of Babel has decreed it, how God has decreed it. You're going to have to learn our language, and you're going to have to adhere to our culture. So what is the culture of the United States of America? Can't you come in America and worship any way you want? Yes, but that is our culture. Freedom. You can worship any way you good well please. Okay? I'm not talking about your religion. I'm talking about the culture of the United States. What is the culture of the United States? The culture is this. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That is the culture of the United States. And if you come here to stay permanently, you want to live here, that's the culture that we're going to expect you to adhere to. That is our culture, pledging allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. That is our culture. I would encourage you that if you are listening to this message and you want to come to America to live, that is the culture that we're going to expect from you to live. You're going to have to change, not change, you're going to have to learn English, speak English, because we're not changing. Because we have so many people coming from different areas of the world, speaking all kinds of different languages here in America. This is a melting pot. So there can only be one that rules, and that's going to be our culture, the United States of America. I know that this has been a blessing to you. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Just know, grace and truth came through the Lord Jesus Christ, and we'll see you next time. God bless.